Hello, everybody. I am Vankman427, or Vank, whatever you want to call me. I prefer to go by Vank just because it's quicker. But anyways, it's been a while since I've uploaded, obviously, and I thought with the whole coronavirus thing going home and this whole social distancing or whatever it is, uh, I get about, 3 more weeks, I believe, including this week, to, well, of just free time pretty much. So I thought, hey, I might as well take some of that time, make a handful of videos, because to be honest, I've kind of been procrastinating on that just because it's not exactly a priority. So, But anyways, that's besides the point. The point that I want to make is I wanted to give conditions for my YouTube series. What's the average? So for those of you who don't know, there are currently 2 episodes. First one was about Minecraft, and the second one was about Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And in those videos, I explained to you, not perfectly, but I explained to you why these games can be considered average. And again, you have to remember, average doesn't mean it's a bad game. But so far, average seems to be the word that can represent these types of games, at least so far, until I find a better word or something, or until one comes along. So I thought I would list off the 6 conditions that a game must meet. It doesn't have to meet them perfectly 100%, but it has to meet the majority of these. And the reason why I say majority is because if I say it has to meet at least 4 of the 6, well, it's kind of weird. So it has to at least meet a majority of these to qualify as an average game, somewhat fairly popular kind of thing like that. No, it doesn't have to be popular. But yeah, either way, we'll go into these conditions. I've been spending way too much time talking. We'll go into them. And yeah, so these are the conditions for what can make a game average, in quotation. Condition number 1. The game must have a somewhat consistent player base, bracket. A game losing popularity over time until it is forgotten, in quotations, will not qualify, end bracket. Condition 2. If the game is gaining popularity, it must be at a steady and non-drastic pace. For example, Fortnite went through a peak in players, then slowly became less popular. That spike disqualifies it from being average, in quotations. Condition 3. The player base of the game must be great enough for the game to be mainstream for an extended point in time, as well as the game must not completely lose its player base, even if it declines greatly. As long as the number of players is consistent, the game may qualify. Condition 4. The game can become extremely popular for a short amount of time, like Fortnite, and still qualify, with some exceptions. This point does counter Condition 2, but this is allowed as long as it falls under Condition 5. Now moving on to Condition 5. If the game in question becomes part of popular culture, it qualifies. And this is an asterisk. However, if the game still does not meet Condition 3, it does not qualify. And asterisk. Condition 6, the final condition. If the game has in some way, shape, or form been innovative or has set standards or popularized a genre, example Half-Life, it can qualify, even if the player base is extremely small compared to what it used to be. Note, these conditions are obviously subject to change. So those are the conditions. If you're wondering how I came up with them, I've since I got the idea for what is the average, I've kind of been going over these conditions kind of in my head. Like I've kind of had them in like a vague list in my brain, and I'm kind of like, okay, does it kind of meet this? I mean, yeah, sure, it's close enough. But now that I've got it written down, these aren't set in stone. Obviously, like I said, they can be changed, but these will now be the conditions that I go over when choosing a game for what is the average, to see if it is qualifiable to be a average, in quotations, game. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought it'd be interesting to let you know. Expect some stuff coming soon. Again, I've been thinking of doing PUBG just because it does meet the majority of these conditions. In fact, I think it meets all of these conditions. By the way, PUBG was not the game that I used to set these standards. I obviously kind of used. I hope these are unbiased. When I say I hope these are unbiased, I tried to make these as unbiased as possible, so I didn't put any rules that were like, if it's the game I like, then I'll use it. So like no, none of that. But yeah, so I hope this can sort stuff out, and for all I know, it might even make one of my other what are the average videos not quite qualifiable, but we'll see. Leave in the comments what game or heck probably even TV show that you'd like to see me. I don't know, that actually TV show would probably cause copyright. But yeah, but anyway, let me see leave in the comments what you want me to see, what you want to see, blah, and I'll see you later. Oh, bye bye.